What's up, fam? Today we're gonna play Sim without me. Yes, I know, like, why are you playing without me? Because I thought it was new. Well, technically it isn't new.
This phenomenon
Oh!
has a clear explanation. Allied soldiers used to collect war trophies during their service. Many of them returned home with backpacks full of these souvenirs. Now, after more than half a century, these objects are beginning to surface as the grandchildren of veterans who feel less sentimental attachment to these memories put them up for either to get rid of the grandparents' junk or to earn some extra money.
My dad needs
It
some
is
water.
curious to observe the difference in attitude between the Russians
How
and
many
Americans
SD?
as occupying forces
This is the
in defeating
update.
Germany. While the Americans, coming from a country with a high standard of living and access to consumer goods, were attracted to ceremonial trophies and luxury items that the Nazis had used in large quantity. The Russians, mostly illiterate peasants from impoverished villages, tended to loot simpler, everyday items like watches, shoes, cameras, and kitchen utensils.
Well, I'm gonna stand here.
Planting the red flag atop the ruins of the Reichstag,
And I will eventually
building that symbolized
hatch
the
some
Russian
legends.
part of the Nazi regime, is well known. In the original photo,
Sorry guys, I'm just going to pop one.
one could see his companion
Let's
wearing
go
a
like
wristwatch on each wrist, revealing his role as a looter. Upon realizing this, the photo was retouched so that only one
Why just
The
like he
historic
had?
flag seen in that image is now reverently displayed in a showcase at the Central Museum of the Armed Forces of Russia. Additionally, the camera with which war photographer Yevgeny Kaldai took the photo, the Leica 3, was auctioned in 2014 in Hong Kong. Hitler's Alpine residence is becoming a notable source of Nazi memorabilia, with objects of great interest to collectors. Among the most curious souvenirs are a pair of Eva Braun's silk panties, Hitler's lover and wife, which were auctioned for €3,300. These lilac-coloured panties, with a small bow at the waist and Eva's embroidered initials, were part of a lot of souvenirs acquired by an American soldier from the 101st Airborne Division, which occupied the residence after the fall of the Nazi regime. It is likely that many of these
really
objects came
tasty.
from trades for food conducted by the impoverished local population between the abandonment of the SS garrison and the arrival of American forces. Still on the subject of the intimate clothing of Third Reich figures, a notable item includes a pair of silk underpants that belonged to Hermann Göring, the powerful minister of the Air Force and close associate of Hitler. With an impressive waist measurement of 114 centimeters, the underpants suggest that Göring had lost some weight in the final months of the war. This item, like others in the collection, was acquired by Dr. John K. Latimer, a famous doctor who took advantage of his role as physician to the Nazi leaders to gather trophies during the Nuremberg trials. The auction titled Hitler and the Nazi Leaders, A Vision of Evil, was organized in an attempt to appease Jewish organizations. Göring's underpants reached the sum of €3,000 and were purchased by an anonymous buyer from Argentina, who also bid on other items, including a Hitler jacket sold for €175,000. Another interesting piece from this collection was a leather device designed to hide a small pistol in the trousers, apparently belonging to Hitler himself. Blondie, the Führer's loyal dog. Hitler was a great animal lover, especially of dogs, and he was known for his affectionate treatment of them. During the Third Reich, he had several dogs.
Go to the newest bath. Imagine if
a German shepherd named Blondie. According to several of his closest collaborators, the Führer loved this dog more than Eva Braun herself. Over the years, he is estimated to have had at least 10 different dogs, all of whom were considered an important part of his personality. To understand when Blondie and Hitler first met, we must go back to 1941. That year, Martin Bormann, a collaborator of Hitler due to his skills in accounting and his role as director of the National Socialist German Workers' Party, gave him a gift that would leave a lasting mark on the Nazi leader. The gift was a female German shepherd, quickly won his affection. Without hesitation, Hitler decided to name her Blondie, a name that roughly translates to Blondie. From the moment Hitler first saw his new German shepherd, he established a deep bond with her, something uncommon in his relationship with animals.
You're gonna play
The dictator had peculiar preferences.
We're gonna play catch with the pump.
He considered horses to be clumsy, disliked bulldogs and boxers, and avoided creatures such as turtles, chickens, and deer. aversion to cats was well known, and he generally preferred large dogs, which contrasted with the small dogs he had previously owned. His true fascination with German Shepherds began in 1921 when he received one as a gift. According to various documents, Hitler lived a relatively calm life in the following years of the war, accompanied by his dog Blondie. Despite the intense fighting on the Eastern Front during Operation Barbarossa and the battles his troops waged against the British, the Führer always found time to relax at his Berghof residence in the Bavarian Alps, enjoying tea and spending time with his close associates or playing with his dog.
Okay.
His house,
First of all,
situated on a beautiful cliff,
I
was a
did
place
not
of pleasure
put
for
that.
both him and Eva
I
Braun,
didn't want to know
whom
what
he
this
met
is.
in 1929.
That's what this is.
During those days, Hitler often shared long breakfasts with Eva Braun.
We're at
With
the house.
delicacies such as bread, tea, cocoa, coffee, orange juice, biscuits,
No,
and butter
no,
were served,
I don't.
a luxury during the war due to its scarcity. While it might not seem like
Who's
much
that?
today, it was an
What?
exclusive feast for the top
Oh,
officials of the Nazi regime.
What's the
Meals were also
set?
special occasions. For
Right.
those who endured the leader's constant criticism could enjoy some of the best meats
Are you back?
available in the region.
When
Hitler was known for his extreme meticulousness during meals.
a lot
He
of
would
these.
become irritated by any minor mistake, such as a napkin placed incorrectly or a misplaced utensil. His obsession with food preparation
I got
was
you
equally
food though.
and he did not hesitate to cause problems for his guests if something did not meet his strict requirements. For example, he insisted that soup be served
I'm playing
extremely hot, to the
Predator.
point that on one occasion,
Check out
Crown Princess
Predators.
of Italy, Maria Jose, burned her tongue while tasting it.
They're free.
Additionally, Hitler demanded that guests finish everything on their plates, and the servants were not allowed to remove the utensils until they were completely empty. However, this perfectionist behavior and
Or
harsh
is in Bang,
faded
it's not
when
a
he was
right
with his two most beloved companions, Eva Braun and his dog Blondie. Those who knew the Nazi
I'm
leader
bang it.
claimed that he had a
Fix.
deep attachment to his dog, showing a level of affection and dedication that even surpassed his human relationships. Hitler spent long periods playing or walking
I'm
with
doing
Blondie
it.
on an obstacle course that he had
care.
personally created for her. This closeness to his dog, however, did not seem to please Eva Braun, who, in an attempt to attract his
Here you go.
attention, or perhaps out of
Don't
jealousy,
forget homeschooling
acquired two
section.
dogs of her own. Despite the
No, it
intensifying Allied offensive and the approach
No, it's
to
up to
Soviet
next week.
forces, the
Mom told me.
relationship between Hitler and his loyal dog Blondie remained unchanged. The only
She's
difference was
talking
that
about
instead
the
of spending
video
time with her at Berghof,
Yeah,
the
I know.
Bavarian
We're still doing
the
work.
Führer was now sheltering in
Yeah.
the Chancellery bunker,
I
seeking
know.
protection
You're not.
from the intense
It's not a
fighting.
live section.
This bunker, which became infamous during the Battle of Berlin, was Hitler's final refuge.
There.
Despite being confined to the bunker out of fear of Soviet attacks, Hitler
I'm
took
going
advantage
to-
of brief pauses
No.
in the fighting to take short
I'm
walks
going
with
to-
Blondie around the building. For him, these
something
moments
different.
represented
Give tea.
calm amidst the chaos.
There's
Meanwhile,
tea.
outside his hiding place,
Well, you're
German
gonna
troops
use
were
the
fiercely battling in the
bathroom.
streets, attempting to halt the advance of Soviet tanks toward the
Why do you
Arctic
just not read that? Get out of here, point that.
The end of Blondie. On April
Yeah,
29,
heard from
1945, the situation in Berlin
Bye bye, set.
drastically changed, shifting from a sense of euphoria to total despair.
Every time
Soviet
I pick up.
forces were at the gates of Hitler's bunker, and the German troops were no longer enough to stop the advance of the T-34 tanks.
I'm thinking
Soviet infantry
over
advanced
there.
relentlessly through the city streets, using their numerical superiority and heavy weaponry, such as Mosin Nagant rifles and PPSH-41 submachine guns. The
So,
city,
I-
devastated by bombings, was on the brink of collapse. In contrast, inside the bunker, Hitler
I'm
and his
going
close
to
circle
play
faced
fetch
a
with it.
desperate situation. The Führer had decided that his only escape was suicide to avoid falling into
We
Soviet
keep
hands.
on.
Aware of the
quit.
atrocities committed
I'll
by his
quit.
troops on the Eastern
So
Front,
I
he
have.
feared that capture
Oh
would
yeah,
be
let's look
even
at
worse
that.
than death.
Exciting.
His initial plan was
I
to
actually
make
like playing these
everything
games.
Sinai Hill. But
I just
down
don't
the
like
Hitler
playing them because
suspected
yeah.
that his doctors might have tampered with the capsules, fearing that instead of killing him, they would merely put him into a temporary coma,
I'm sorry,
leaving him
Carrie,
at the
but I
mercy of
keep
his
them.
enemy. Distrusting those around him, Hitler ordered the bunker
Yeah, there we
surgeon
go.
to test the poison on Blondie, his beloved dog, before risking taking
I'll
his
say I
life.
might do it.
Despite giving his
We
consent,
dropped me
suspicion
on.
remained. As a result, the surgeon was replaced by Professor Hassan,
Mhm.
who administered the poison to
Bruce.
Blondie. causing her death.
Well,
Despite the deep affection Hitler had for
what
his
happened
pet,
is
the sacrifice was the death.
on the
His
private
initial
server,
plan was to end
it's
everything with a
basically
cyanide
reset.
pill, but doubt crept in.
The Big Bang
Hitler suspected that his doctors might have tampered with the
around.
capsules, fearing that instead of killing him, they would
Some
merely
horror
put him
was
into a
dark, right?
temporary coma, leaving him at the
Oh, yes,
mercy of the
okay, sure.
Germans. Distrusting those around him, Hitler ordered the butler's
Fine,
surgeon
yeah, I'm so recommend.
his beloved dog
That was
before
so-
risking taking it himself. Despite giving his consent, suspicion remained.
Good.
As a result,
Where
the
is that?
surgeon was
It is
replaced by
unrealistic.
Professor Hasser, who administered the poison to Blondie, causing her death. Despite the deep affection Hitler had for his pet, the sacrifice was
Oh, seriously?
necessary to ensure the poison's effectiveness.
Mm.
After Blondie's death, Hitler ordered one of his guards to kill the dog's puppies.
In
With
the
a
back.
precise shot, the guard
In the bathroom.
A day later, Hitler and Eva Braun committed suicide. The fate of their bodies remains uncertain, though the most widely accepted theory holds that they were incinerated in a bomb crater.
You got robots,
Some
right?
reports indicate that the ashes of Hitler, Eva Braun, Blondie, and the puppies were buried in a mass grave,
No, that's
mixed
too
by
good.
the SS to permanently obscure
Yeah.
their remains.
On the
Berghof,
couch
the Führer's refuge and the dark
while I
legacy of the
eat
Third Reich.
popcorn.
In May 1945, Allied forces arrived at the Chancellery bunker in Berlin, where Adolf Hitler was believed to be hiding. However, they found no trace of his presence, sparking a new search to capture him. The next stop was
I'm
Berghof,
thirsty.
Hitler's summer residence in Obersalzberg, Bavaria. This place, which was once the Führer's personal retreat, remains a complex topic today.
The burgers?
Obersalzberg is a small town located in southeastern Bavaria,
Look,
near the Austrian border in
this
the
is what
Bavarian
makes
Alps.
sense. I'm gonna
This
go get some
location
autographs.
gained notoriety as a regular
What about-
retreat for several high-ranking Nazi officials, including Adolf Hitler, who built his second residence there, the Berghof. In 1928, Hitler rented a house in the area, which he later purchased using the profits from his book Mein Kampf. 5 years later, Martin Bormann, eager to gain Hitler's favor, took advantage of his affection for the region and launched an ambitious project, constructing a study building at the summit of the Kehlstein mountain. Bormann, determined to fulfill his promise, set April 20th, 1939, Hitler's birthday, as the deadline for completing the building. What seemed like an almost impossible promise soon became a monumental challenge. The lead architect, Roderick Ficht, faced several obstacles.
Guys, what happened? I'm gonna
The
watch
first
this
being
back
the construction of a 6-kilometer road that had
and
to
see
come
what
through an
happened.
almost vertical rock wall
just in
in
case
some
how
areas
some weird
extremely
happens
unstable.
first.
Despite these challenges, the project was approved,
As a
and
video
work began in
clip.
the spring of 1937. The idea of completing
That
the
was
building
absolutely
within a given
stunning.
time seemed unattainable, but
Mm,
Bormann's
so
pressure,
real back
his
flip.
relentless nature, and the grueling 24-hour work shifts, sometimes carried out under artificial lighting, allowed the construction to be completed on time. Numerous
Article.
photographs and films
What
show
is
Hitler, his
what?
lover Eva Braun, and other members of the regime enjoying their time at this residence, which offered spectacular views of the Alps. On
American
April
version of
25th,
it.
1944, just 5 days before his death, a British bombing raid by the 617 Squadron, known as
After
the Deathbusters, destroyed the Berghof
called
in an
it
attempt to prevent
Indy
Hitler
Deathbusters.
from using the property as a refuge. In reality, Hitler had not used
Oh.
the house since the summer of 1944. In 1951, what remained of the property was demolished. Today, the surviving ruins of the former house serve as a
I don't
tribute
like the
reminder
videos,
of
by the
the
way.
decisions made in that place, decisions that led to the deaths of millions of people. Obersalzberg,
No,
now
never
known for
mind.
its stunning
Edit
landscapes in the Bavarian
Edit
Alps,
videos.
remains marked by its connection to the dark
I edit
past of
videos.
the
I
Third
can just
Reich.
edit
The
like
ruins of Berghof serve as a symbol of the horrors of that era, and it is crucial that they remain
I
as a
will also
reminder
show.
so that history does not repeat
I
itself.
don't know.
The site was quickly overgrown with
Hello.
vegetation covering
Hello.
Hitler's former residence. It was not
Hello.
until
Hello.
1999 that German authorities decided to build a nearby museum to commemorate
Oh,
the
it kinda have to
atrocities
be
of the
rich.
Nazi regime and prevent the location from becoming a shrine for
You
neo-Nazis.
have to pay it. I
The
do.
documentation, Obersalzberg, officially known, has helped curb the cult
Huh?
of Hitler's figure among younger generations.
Let's stop it right now.
However, in recent years, there has been an increase in clandestine expeditions to the ruins of Berghof,
After we're done, I'm
not
gonna
only
take
by
these
German
toothpicks.
neo-Nazis,
I'm
but
gonna
also
stop
by visitors
recording
from
and
Eastern
well,
European
share watch
such as
TV.
Hungary and Czech Republic, where far-right movements have
They're
gained
shooting.
ground. In response to this growing problem, there have been proposals to expand the museum to eliminate the presence of neo-Nazi groups in the area. The expansion project is valued at 21 million euros, although the final fate of the ruins
But in
remains
the
uncertain.
pizza,
Some propose leaving the ruins as they are,
that's just
while
sound
others
effect.
suggest turning them
That
into a
is
more
much
controlled
easier.
tourist attraction. However, plans have been delayed due to the discovery of an unexploded bomb during excavation work. The goal is to have the remodeling
Maybe by
completed
your
in 2020 to prevent the site from continuing to serve as a refuge for those who attempt to glorify Nazi ideology. It is our duty to remember what happened, says
We're gonna buy
Professor
the $2
Mehmet
one.
Museum. Hitler's Mercedes, the hidden history of a
Yeah.
Nazi icon.
We're gonna buy the $2 one.
Mercedes 770 W150.
And then click on it and keep it.
Nazi leaders, including Adolf Hitler,
Oh, that's
was
happening
parked in the
at
Alpine town of Obersalzberg, Bavaria, while its owner was in his
Almost
final
done.
refuge in the Berlin bunker. SS units transported the vehicle on a platform to Laufen,
Is it
near
real
Salzburg,
ends?
where soldiers of the 20th Armored Division of the U.S. Army discovered it after a brief skirmish with the last.
But I know about
Despite
this is an
bullet
empty
impacts
account.
on the rear armor, dashboard, and windshield,
That's
and with a damaged
not
and
some other.
functional engine, the car soon became a privileged means of transport for high-ranking American officers.
I'm going
Repainted
to
in
do
military
this.
green and decorated
I'm
with
gonna
white
add
stars on
myself.
the sides, the
So I can
Mercedes
give me
began
some
its new
fruit
life under the
on
state
my
identity.
account to this
A
account.
Dutch worker had incorrectly identified it as belonging to Hermann Goering.
500 mine.
A new life in America. In August
Sorry.
1945, the vehicle crossed the Atlantic to participate
Sorry,
in
never mind.
war campaigns on
You guys
American
will see
soil,
my old house.
maintaining its incorrect attribution. 11 years later, in October 1956,
Hey, Overlord,
Canadian
come here.
collector H.J. O'Connell acquired it for
Why is it nice?
$2,725 in a military surplus auction. Curiously, another Nazi-era Mercedes was also auctioned at the same sale, the authentic car of Goering, nicknamed the Blue Goose, which had also been captured in Obersalzberg by the 101st Airborne Division. Historical errors and restoration. During its restoration in Toronto, a historical mistake was made by
Well, this pet is doing stuff.
a feature that was
I'm gonna show you my brand new something.
In 1970, the vehicle found a permanent home in the Canadian War Museum in Ottawa, where it was donated in exchange for tax benefits and displayed as Hermann Goering's personal car. The truth would only emerge in the 1980s, when Ludwig
I
Koch, a German-born librarian at the museum, undertook a
Sorry,
thorough
Dad.
investigation. By tracing the serial number in Daimler-Benz archives, Coker revealed the vehicle's true origin.
I have a
It had been
mouse.
delivered directly to the
So I
Royal
should be
Chancellor
able to
in
play
July
procedure.
1940.
So, bye bye guys.